Hello guys and welcome back to my channel. In today's episode we are traveling to the beautiful continent of Africa, West Africa in specific. We are making West African peanut stew called mafé. Let's go. And here are the ingredients you're gonna need. 2 cans of diced tomatoes, creamy peanut butter, cumin, chickpeas, garlic, freshly grated ginger, a chili of your choice, I'm using jalapenos, 1 large onion, baby spinach, chopped up cilantro, peanuts, a large sweet potato, broth, and last but not least some skinless and boneless chicken thighs. Heat up a large pot with some oil and then add your chicken thighs. Mafé is a very popular stew in West Africa, but it is the national dish of Mali. You can cook it with all sorts of meat and also with no meat at all. Season your meat with some salt and pepper. Recipes for this stew vary widely, but commonly include chicken, tomato, onion, garlic, cabbage, and leaf or root vegetables. Mafé is traditionally served with white rice or with fufu. Unlike the Malian version, which is traditionally more watery and prepared with unrefined shea butter, the type of mafé prepared and consumed in Senegal is a rice-based dish with a creamy peanut sauce. After searing your chicken, you want to take it out of your pot and let it rest. Take the same pot and then add your sweet potato. Let that saute for about 5 minutes and then we're going to add our onions. Try to dice it up as equal as possible. The sweet potato needs the longest to cook in this dish, therefore it's better if they have a similar size. Alright, after about 4 to 5 minutes you want to add your onions and saute that for about 2 minutes as well. This is the part where we're building the flavor package. As you can tell, there's brown stuff on the bottom of the pot. Alright, it smells heavenly. I'm going to add my garlic, my ginger, my jalapeno, and my cumin as well. If you want your mafé to be a little more spicier than my version is, you can go ahead and add some other chilies other than jalapenos. Scotch bonnet, for example, would be a good alternative. I just don't really like spicy food, as you guys know from previous videos, so I'm going with a milder chili pepper. You're probably thinking I'm burning my mafé right now because everything sticks to the pot, but don't you worry, because this is where all the flavor hides at the moment. This is where the roasting flavor sits, and we are going to deglaze it in a minute with the broth, and then this will give the mafé its signature taste. I am now going to add my peanut butter and my peanuts. I have another recipe for a West African dish on my channel already, which is called cassava leaf. It is the national dish of the beautiful country of Sierra Leone. So if you're interested, go check that out. I will put it on the screen right now and also in the info box down below. And also let me know if you're interested in more African recipes. Now comes the broth, right in. The broth will loosen up everything that is stuck to the bottom of the pot. Just use your spoon or spatula, whatever you're using, and scrape it off. That shouldn't be very hard to do. By the way, if you want to cook this recipe and you don't know the exact measurements or ingredients, check out the info box. I'm using that as always to post everything you need to know about this recipe. Add your tomatoes. I'm using diced tomatoes for this recipe, but you can go ahead and use passata if you don't want to have tomato chunks in your stew. That's totally fine and totally up to you. I just prefer a little bit of that tomato flavor and texture in my stew. Next up is the chickpeas. They're also going straight in there. We are now adding the baby spinach. I actually wanted to make this dish with kale, but I couldn't find any, probably because it's not in season. In Germany, it's really hard to find kale if it's not fall or winter. I couldn't even find frozen kale, only the ones that you can find in jars, and I'm really not a big fan of that. I'm now going to transfer my chicken back into the pot. What is your favorite African dish? Let me know in the comments down below, and also don't forget to subscribe to my channel for more amazing recipes. Let that simmer for about 20 to 30 minutes on medium heat or until the sweet potatoes are tender and the chicken is good.
The sweet potato usually takes longer than the chicken, but you can check if the potato is good by using a fork or a knife and just, punch a few holes in there and see if it's tender. Bigger pieces obviously need longer to cook.
All right, I'm now removing my chicken from the stew. Then I'm taking 2 forks and I'm starting to shred the chicken.
If you don't want to shred your chicken, you can go ahead and chop it up with a knife. That's totally up to you. I prefer the shredded version. When you're done, put your chicken back in the pot and then you want to add your cilantro and give the stew a taste and see if it needs a little more salt or pepper or maybe even cumin. Depending on the acidity of the tomatoes in the can, you might need to add a little bit of sugar or honey. But don't add too much of that. We only want to enhance the flavor and get rid of a little bit of that acidity. I am serving mine with rice today, but as I mentioned earlier, you can also serve this with fufu. You want to get that ready in the meantime as well, and then you're ready to serve.
And here it is, my muffy. If you've liked this video, please smash a huge thumbs up and don't forget to subscribe to my channel. Thank you for watching.